Mate Bradley, hope you're doing well as always. Yummy, yummy, yummy. That is the word I am using for today's amplifier. Okay, I could use all these technical terms, but no, yummy. Now, as you can see in this, on the right hand side of me, I have a cream box of delight, and it is from the very good people at Hamstead, and I've been really excited to talk about this amp with you guys for a long time. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful amp. You know, just as important as it is to have a really good guitar, it's important to have a very, very good amp. It's an instrument in itself, and this here is a really, really good amp. Now the first question you may be asking is, Hamstead, who makes this cream box of delight? Who are these people? And actually I've had this amp now for about a week and a half, 2 weeks now, and I've given it a good little road test as well, and I've done a couple of gigs with it, and more importantly I've done a studio session with it as well. And when I was turned up at the session, I was in the studio and setting everything up and whatnot, and the producers and that were getting the mic placements and whatnot. And I went in the control room, started playing, and he came in, he's like, "What? Who is that amp? Where does this amp come from? That sounds amazing." And you could hear it through the speakers in the control room as well. And they're like, "That is an amazing sounding amp. Who is that?" And I led on to the story, what I'm about to tell you right now. So Hamstead Amps are a British company. They're based in Cambridge, and they're headed up by the lovely Peter Hamstead, and his right-hand man is his son, James Hamstead. And they're lovely guys, lovely people. Peter is, I love it. He's got the kind of lab coat on. He's literally the mad professor. Hello Peter, if you're watching, in a lovely way, you know. But no, they're, like I say, based up in Cambridge, and I went up to their kind of depot, their factory up in Cambridge a couple of months ago, and got to try this amp out and some of their other ones, and a new one which is, I don't know when that's coming out, but that was lovely as well. I will stay hush hush on that. Yeah, got to try the amps out, and straight away I was like, oh, this is a nice amp, this is lovely, you know, and it's just a great, you know, core amp where you can get a beautiful sound happening, and then it takes pedals really, really well. Now Peter had a background in avionics, so he's a clever chap. He certainly knows his way with a soldering iron, put it that way. And what really struck me with the guys there is that none of them plays guitar. And at first I was like, oh wow, that's interesting. But what's cool is that he listens to guitar players, you know. So he's taking his amps and saying, what do you like about this? What don't you like about this? And then, you know, guitarists are like, I'm liking the brown sound, or the blue sound, or a bit of red. All these weird words us guitar players use to describe our guitar sound we hear in our heads. He's like, okay, does a bit of fiddling, and bang, he's got it. He's got the sound what we're talking about, you know. And also it got me thinking as well, like there's, you know, some guitar makers and amplifier makers, you know, the musical instruments we use. And not everyone is guitar players. Now, I'm holding a Strat. Leo Fender did not play guitar, but he did the same thing. He listened to guitar players, especially when it came to designing the Stratocaster. And the telly was very much on a design point of view, you know, bit of wood, bang, 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 done, you know. But he listened to people. Okay, what do you want? Oh, okay, you want that kind of thing in a guitar? And bang, he got that. And that's exactly what Hamstead are doing. They're listening to guitar players, seeing what guitar players like, seeing what guitar players don't like, put it all together, bang, that's your amplifier. Now make some music with it. So this lovely amplifier, it is the Artist 20 RT, and 20 stands for 20 watts, though it does go down to 12 watts, which we'll talk about in a minute. And the RT is reverb and tremolo, and I'm loving the reverb and tremolo on this. The reverb is a beautiful long spring reverb, and the tremolo is just so musical, it's great. Now with the control knobs, which I'm going to do close up to probably as I'm speaking right now, we can see they've got the cool chicken knob, control knobs, and I really like that. It gives it that cool kind of vintage vibe, so it stirs my loins having the chicken knobs. And the usual controls as you expect, the gain, bass, treble, and then for the reverb we've got the depth and tone controls, and for the tremolo we've got depth and the speed controls, and of course a good old master volume. It has two EL34 tubes for you tech heads, and it's got a lovely Celestian creamback speaker in the back there, a 1 inch, that'd be a very small speaker, a 112-inch Celestian creamback, and it's a lovely sounding speaker. Also on the back is a switch called pentode and triode, and this is where the 20 watt and 12 watt settings come in. So at the top, is the 20 watt setting at the pentode, and then switch it down to triode and it goes down to 12 watts, which is really handy for home use, because even though this is only, well I say only, even though this is 20 watts, it's a very loud 20 watts, you know, so people thinking, can I gig with 20 watts? My God, yes you can. And you probably can gig with 12 watts, to be honest, you know. So yeah, switch it down to 12 watts for kind of home use and you get some lovely, you know, lower volume sounds, you know, and then 20 watts for destroying the neighbour's walls. And it comes with a lovely foot control switch, which is on the floor right now. You can do all the changes as well on the amp. And there's also a bright switch as well, which obviously makes it brighter or slightly bassier sounds. And one thing as well before I start playing properly is that it's got a cool voice control here, what basically adds more mid. So just so you can see what I'm talking about now, this is it, the voice control added in. If I switch it off, so you just kind of, it scoops the mid out with it off, and then when I put it in, you got some more mid. So it's cool, you know, for a lead boost or something like that. You know, for a good guitar tone, it's the secret's in the mids. Do not scoop them out, you know. So if you want to cut through, kick that, you are cooking. All right, let's get some sounds happening. So I'll tell you what, for the moment I'll leave the voice switch off. I love it on, to be honest with you, but I'll leave it off for the moment and just do a couple of clean sounds, and then I'll kick in a bit of gain here and there as well. So I've got the kind of volume at about 9 o'clock and the gain up at about 11 o'clock, alright? So same thing with the voice. So it's certainly a big difference there, isn't it? And I personally will just leave the voice on all the time because I really like it. Voice off. Now of course I'll put the voice on, I can clean it up a little bit more, so if I back the gain kind of not off, but now it's going to be quite quiet. Now of course I can turn up the master. You get that cool, lovely, crystal clear, clean sound, alright? But I'll pull it back roughly to where I had it, I think, before, so you got that. Now more gain. Now it's got a beautiful reverb like I was mentioning earlier. I've got it on. I kind of have to play a reverb now, but on, turn it off. Oh, that's weird. It's like I've just gone into a really small room. Reverb on. Oh, it's lovely. And the tremolo setting as well. And the cock up there was for free. Now, as I mentioned earlier, it handles pedals really well, and I've just got one pedal going to be kicking in right now, and actually it's a Boss SD1, a super affordable overdrive pedal. It sounds amazing through this. Oh, I personally think so anyway. So here's the amp on its own, kicking the pedal. You know, and with an amp like this, you don't want to kill it with overdrive and too much gain. You want to hear the amplifier and the guitar speak, you know. So I've kind of done like the Steve Ray Vaughan thing here on the SD1. I've got the volume up and the gain low, so I can really get the character of the amp and the guitar singing, and it's got that nice clear tone. I've been playing in G a lot. Let's play an A. I like it. Just realised in the midst of all this excitement, I don't think I used a tremolo. Can't remember, but if not, I'm going to do it again. So, kicking the tremolo, back to the overdrive's off now. So musical. So musical. Right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to turn the amp off and I'll put it down into triode, the 12 watt setting, and I'm not going to touch the master volume, alright? So Let me turn this tremolo off. So this is the amp in 20 watts. Okay, I'm going to turn the amp off and let's hear 12 watt. Now, hopefully that's coming through on YouTube land. I purposely haven't touched the master volume, it's still left exactly how it is. Trust me. And it's so much more quieter. Kicking the SD1. So of course, now because it's quieter, I can crank it more and get more of the natural, overdrives happening. So let's do that. I may be clipping, I'm not sure. That's cool, man. I'll tell you what, let's go back to 20 watts. Now that's 20 watts with the gain cranked. I've got the master quite low because I don't want to destroy my head. But let's see how it handles humbuckers. Now that's no pedal there, that's the amp, right? Again, the gain's cranked, master's quite low, and it's still mighty loud. If I kick a SD1 in, so plenty of gain there. have it, guys. The Hamstead Artist 20 RT. It's a beautiful sounding amp. Hopefully it sounds great over video. Please go and check out one in person and you can see what it's like in real life. It's just a wonderful, wonderful sounding amp. And where I am at as a player right now and the stuff I'm into, this is the kind of sound I personally like. That core, you know, wonderful sound. You know, like I said earlier, you want to get a good guitar, good amp. You know, that's your main dinner. And then, you know, adding in pedals and whatnot just colours it up. Salt and peppers it. You know what I mean? A bit of garnishes it up, you know. But yeah, definitely check one out. All the links will be in the description box below, so do check out Hamstead's website and Facebook page and all that kind of good stuff. And if this is your first video of seeing me, hello, welcome to Mike Bradley world. And that subscribe button, give it a hit, why not? Say hello. Say hello down in the comment section below. Anyway, hope you're really, really well, and I'll see you very, very soon. Mike Bradley, signing out.